This is Kathy speaking from Real Estate Technology. Today I'd like to teach you an opportunity of finding new sellers. So this is often quite a great place to start if you don't have any paid tools that you can use to find listings, but this is a good place to look at. So let me just show you, and it's for free. So if you go into Zillow, so just zillow.com, don't sign in as an agent. Just, pretend that you're an everyday man in the street, which theoretically we are. Click on buy and let's have a look at homes for sale. So now when this list comes up, you might be wanting to choose somewhere different, which I am. I'm going to choose Charlotte, North Carolina, because it's a nice big area. It'll give me quite a few listings to look at and give me opportunities to find some properties for sale. So over here you have two. I'm going to drop down the box and you'll see here it's got a for sale section and then potential listings. So I'm going to take away the for sale. I don't really want to look at the foreclosures or the pre-foreclosures. What I'm wanting to look at is the make me move. Now, make me move are people who've put their properties on Zillow, probably at an inflated price, in order to see what sort of market price they can get. So let's just take a look at a few of them, and I'm going to show you how I help my agents find potential listings. So on the right hand side here, you will see that these properties, when I'm moving across here, you'll see that they're shining up in this space here. So this property's only been on Zillow for 1 day, as is that one. So these are very new onto Zillow, and it's a great idea to be able to call these owners and let them know that you'd love to assist them, or inevitably they're going to say, no, we would like to see if we can sell the property ourselves, but if you would like to bring along a buyer, you're possibly welcome. And of course you're free to sort of take your marketing to the next level with that, or you can let it be and let them try and sell their own property. Now, as you can see, the further down this list we're getting, the longer the properties have been on the market. So I don't want to go right to the end, because these properties are definitely people who are not serious about selling in any way or form. So we're wanting to look for the people that have been on the market for maybe 45 days, around about there is always a good time, because they're probably sick and tired by now of trying to sell the property themselves, and it might be time for you to be able to look at their listings and see if you can assist them. Now, what I do with my agents is I make a database of all these properties that are for sale. So I'll choose a spectrum. Charlotte's a very big area, but if you went to somewhere more local, chose your own zip code areas and just had 5 or 6 properties that you could monitor easily, even up to sort of 10 or 20, that would be fine. But you definitely don't want to sit with this many properties to have to monitor. So what I do from here is, let's take a look at this particular property, for instance. This property has a contact number. So this owner would like to sell his property. So I'm going to copy that. If you look here, he's asking $400,000. The Zestimate from Zillow is $368,243. But as you and I both know, sometimes those are a little more inflated. And of course, it depends on the condition of the property, which Zillow don't send anyone out to look at. And you are probably the best person to gauge that. So what I do is start the database, and I'm going to show you what I've done with my one. Let me just flip back over here. Sorry, just a sec. There we go. So what I have done here is I made a spreadsheet, and if you'd like the spreadsheet, you're welcome to email me. It's Kathy, Kathie, at realestate-technology.com, and I will happily send you a copy of my template, and you'll be able to fill in your own details. So I put in here the date and the area. I also have a sheet for each area that I would be working in. I have a column here for contacted. So if I had contacted the person, I would be able to record that. I would use the address. Here I'm going to put in that contact number. Of course, these would be spread out more. These columns, these rows, sorry. Allow a few rows in between for each, property that you're going to be putting into the system. Let me just go back. Move this. Here we go. I'm going to take this address, copy it, put that into here. I'm going to go back. We can fix that afterwards, so it's no stress at all. I'm going to go here and take down this price here. I'm going to put in the correct amount of days. Sorry, I had a different file out. And the only way you can see the days, number of days on the market, is here. So be sure to type that out before you click on that particular ad. So that was 45 days. And what I do is then go into my MLS, into Realist, and find the owner. And I pop the details in here. So owner details from Realist. I look up the subdivision. I'm not sure if the subdivision's on there, but if not, when I do some homework to see what subdivision the property is in, I will be able to, sorry about that, my mind's elsewhere. I'll be able to write in, exactly which neighborhood it is. This one says Briarcrest, so let me put Briarcrest in here. And of course, I'd want the writing on the whole area to be a far better font. There we go. We don't need that bold either. We don't need that bold. So you can set that up nicely to be able to see. I have a notes tab so that I can put notes in there if I've contacted, what I've done, so that my database of sellers is kept up to date and I know what's going on. Now, the best way for you to be able to be in contact with these people, you've got to offer them something. So your opening lines would be along the line of, how is it going? I see you've got your property on Zillow, and they'll tell you, yes, it's going fine, and they don't really need you. And you say, that's absolutely lovely, no problem at all. But I was wondering if I could give you some extra tools that you could use to market the property. And inevitably they'll say, yes, maybe, I might be interested in something like that. Or they're going to say no, in which case it doesn't matter. You can say, do you mind if I send you some information via the mail? And you'll send them some postcards talking about curb appeal, and then the next week you can send one on staging their home, and the week after you can send them some snippets on what the market's doing and which homes have sold for how much. And the more you're in contact with the people, the more chance you've got of actually getting that listing. And of course, you'll be able to give them some great advice on property pricing, etc. Of course, if you don't get to offer the property for sale, what you are doing is developing a rapport, and you can certainly say to those sellers, listen, if I give you all these marketing tools and help you get your property sold, would you mind referring the buyers that you aren't using onto me so that I can assist them if they're not working with a real estate agent? So that gives you an in. Anyway, I hope you found that the snippet of information would be great for you to use. Do check on your MLS to make sure that the properties aren't for sale or being listed by someone in the interim. You don't want to cause fiasco with any other agents at all, but this is a great place to start. And if you're a new agent and you don't have any listings, you've got nothing, there's no issue trying to find potential listings. So if you're looking for snippets and ideas, please visit my website. I've started a resources tab, and I'm going to be putting these videos out in my resources tab. It's going to be a members area. It's completely free. My website address is realestate-technology.com, and my name is Kathy. Contact number 919-695-6447. Thank you and goodbye.